energy. Hey! Super! Yes! Wasn't ready for that to end. Hey soulmate, I'm Yetti. Welcome. If you are new, the way that I do this is I want to see different sides of the artist. So you will see music videos, dance practice, and I think a live in this as well. It just makes it up so that I can see different sides of them. I do feel like I've been on some sort of YG journey. Literally since I discovered my first YG artist, which I think is Blackpink. Since then, I've just been like, brrr, it's been going. They do have a brand, so I'm interested to see whether Winner are gonna keep to that, if they're different, like what's their style? What's their style, what's their story? I'm curious to see. Ooh, nice. Like how it builds. That was a really nice inflection. Oh, there's some vocals there, man. Who's doing those runs? I didn't. Hey, tone, soft tone, and then he just kind of like just showed some depth to it as well. But I was gonna say they don't seem like how I thought, or at least what I've seen from YG artists so far. It's black and white still. I mean, they might change, but it's black and white. But they don't seem sad necessarily. I mean, we're doing circular kind of camera work, which is kind of, I think it depicts more of a storytelling atmosphere, and more of emotional kind of expression that they're trying to do, but it doesn't seem sad necessarily. And obviously they're in tuxes, so I mean that already gives it some sort of professional veneer. So it's interesting. It's interesting, that contrast. But what I've seen of YG artists, so much attitude. So much attitude. Like so much hip hop. Just I'm surprised because they seem a lot softer with their vocals. So everyone just has vocals. Woo! The attitude. Did we just stumble on the main vocalist? Oh, nice! Also the way that they the music cuts so that we can really focus on his voice, and also the like dancing stops at that point also. I don't understand why it's still black and white. It's so interesting. And we can really see the shadows as well. Ooh. Have you seen someone have so much attitude? Looking, his hand is in his pocket. He's not moving, but the energy I felt from him. All of them, to be honest, they're barely doing anything. Yeah, it's a YG group. Hello! The vocals that I'm so wow. Sorry, can we just get over the guy? The second one. The intensity of this dance that he's doing. I don't think he's in love. Now, wow. Wait, sorry. melody I love. I really like that it's just black and white. I think them being this isn't their first song, but them being black and white it really relies on your natural charisma and your storytelling ability, and obviously like the musicality of the song as well. So it's a risk. I like that they've taken that risk, and that I really and truly I should be able to focus more because there's not crazy colors coming at me, but I'm finding it harder to focus because there's still so much going on in terms of this line choreography, his rap, his diction, just the words as well. Like it's still feeling like a lot, even though we've stripped out bright colors from it. We're getting gradients, but we're getting variations of the color. But so he wants to make it like a new type of relationship. Isn't yo? I think it's something like that. Correct me in the comments. Is the word for honey, and I think it's supposed to be mostly used for like wives, but then it's kind of been colloquialized for like girlfriends as well. So he's almost saying like he's using the nicknames as an analogy for the relationship itself, that we're not using like the traditional one, the thing that everyone else uses. We're gonna do something that is more kind of different, more specific to us, a new type of relationship. Like we're not following everyone else's standard. I think that's what he's trying to say. Ooh, these girls though. This girl! Just by the smile. He doesn't look like it, but does he? I love how the lyrics, especially this part, he's basically talking about how he's crumbling in front of the girl. But his persona is definitely not, like, he's not the crumbling type. You're not nervous, don't lie. Oh my god. Production. Did that just happen? The whole... Oh man. If you are new, heads up, I pause a lot because I talk a lot, and I like to, if I see something I like, I can't quite move on from it very quickly. I can't move on from this. We had one rapper with his very distinct style. It was a lot of, it was actually kind of, it was distant confidence. Like he's kind of talking about it, but as if he's not really in that feeling, despite what the lyrics were saying, like the way he was conveying it, like he's a bit too cool, he's a bit kind of distant. And then you've got the other guy who is literally just displaying all of the emotions through his whole body, like all of the expressions on his face, the way his face is contorting. It's so jovial, it's so like interesting to see, and I've only really seen it like properly with YG rappers when it comes to like K-pop. These dancers as well, they're very like ethnically diverse. They're not all Korean. My girl. No. As if he's like falling from the love. I love how he's like expressing it as well with his body, because it's almost like he can't quite stay straight because she's so sexy, she's so attractive. He can't quite stay like forthright. It is literally like him being like fumbling around because of this person in front of him. Whereas before they've got their hands in their trousers. Look at me forgetting the word of trousers because of all of this. Then they've got their hands in their trousers. They're very contained. I just love that, you know, we're getting that contrast in the delivery, and it's adding to the expression of the lyrics as well. Oh gosh. Focus! He doesn't have to belt out notes for you to know, like, he can sing. Ooh. I didn't like that part though. Hey! The music video is like a mix of like Western sort of 90s music videos and K-pop. This is Big Bang. Nice. Hey! What? Even the dance, it's synchronized, but it's not like crazy K-pop moves. They're still styling it out. Yay! Hear that run. Come on. Oh. Freelance style. Oh. Hit that well. Yay. That was a good song. Even all of the production choices that I really liked it, except for, I think it was just after the bridge, where it was kind of accelerating and doing like double time. That's the only part that I'm like, Okay, so then fully dancing. Nice. Oh. Why am I not looking? Imagine. I was going away as if I even understood. It was his flow. Nice. Oh, nice. It's the fact that they're having like the little spurts of energy and like intricate moves. Ah. Nah, this is nice. Do you know what? I'm struggling to pick out a main dancer. Sometimes like it's quite clear, and sometimes I find it a little bit harder, but I'm struggling to pick it out here. I think because they all seem to have quite a distinct style with how they dance. So they all seem to be hitting the moves. They seem to be doing it at the right, or like they're kind of synchronized at the right point. Like even here where we stopped, I mean, the one that is on the left is a little less extended than the rest, but it's like, it's a fraction. So they all seem to be doing everything at, you know, hitting the moves in the way that they're supposed to be hitting it, even with like when they're supposed to speed it up and when they slow it down. They all seem to be doing that, but they have such style with their dance as well, and it's individual style, that it's really hard to focus just on one, and it's going to take quite a few like looks to be able to, well, for me anyway, to be able to like distinguish them. Let me know what your thoughts are, like whether when you were first watching them, whether you're like, no, he stands out completely, or, you know, the other way around. Even vocally, to be honest, with this song, it's not as distinctive as Really Really is for me, and I think a lot of that is to do with the production. And Really Really, we had very clear drops, very clear like breaks, that and like moments, you know, we had very clear moments as an individual that gives you the time to focus on that person, celebrate that person. Whereas here, the moments are them doing it in unison. So when they stop and they do like the head tilt, it's things like that that are like together. Which is, I mean, it's a choice by the company. Hey, melodic rap. They can all sing, right? That's what I think from the first. Transition of the house beat, nice. Is this about the heart, that the heart is the person shaking their heart? Like, maybe I'd say him, but it might be swag rather than actual like main dancer technicalities. Hey. I love that this is actually a practice, because you can see them very clearly looking into the mirror rather than looking into the camera. It's a real practice, not just all these pretend practices that we see where it's basically a performance in a practice room. Okay, let's see subs. Ooh, subs, yay! Remember. Oh, okay. Nice. And they're starting off basically looking upon the memories.
누가 먼저 할 것 없이 오랜 짐작했지 나도 모르는 사이 마음에 정리를 했으니까 오래도 됐잖아 예의상 문자 따위로 끝낼 수도 없어
First rapper in Really Really.
I couldn't say goodbye 수년 뒤에 네 맘속 따뜻함으로
What are you saying goodbye to? Because this is clips of them performing. And they're not done. Did they take a long break? This is very sad. The contrast is heavy. The happy moments of the concerts and the fans with this effort. Oh, hello. That was a nice choice. And even the fact that the falsetto didn't go that high, it's nice. Nice. Guys, what's the story behind this? Oh, hello! Tone! Is this the guy that said, they like paused and then he said, I like you in the first song? Oh, and the ad-libs! Oh, performing and singing is their first live. Oh wow! This is like it's reminding me. I don't know if you guys have listened to BTS Black Swan, but they use a quote in there. I can't remember what the origin of the quote, but it's not their quote. Where they're basically talking about if they like losing the love of music and losing like the performance life that they have would be the first death that they have, and obviously like the second death would be like, you know, real death. And this is reminding me of that them saying like, I mean, it's a different way around, but their first life is the performance life rather than it being like their personal life. That's how important performing and clearly the fans, because all the shots aren't really them actually like doing the dances and performing, which is much more like look at me. All of the memories on stage are them doing like cute faces, looking into the camera, all the interactions that they're having with the fans. So it's a very like fan focused song, but I don't get why they're so sad about it. But then obviously I don't know them, so there could be a very good reason. Oh, you couldn't get the words out, so it was like loaded. Oh. Nice. What happened? Even the cymbals clanking at this point, it's like showing time, like time has been passing. So this has been a feeling for a while. They have such diverse styles that I'm really struggling to work out who is who, because they're just using different techniques with each song. Oh, we're about to go. I really like the tempo of it, the flow of those sections because it's quick at the beginning, almost as if, you know, when you're emotional and you're talking, it's like you're just well, anyway, like you're just speaking really quickly, trying to get the words out, trying to get the emotions out, and then it's like you almost actually like remember the situation and remember the sadness of the situations, and the words are then much more stuttered. It's a lot harder to get the words out. So I like that they've made that kind of tempo choice as well. They feet don't forget me, so that's they want to continue to be able to do, so feet is like physical, they want to be able to continue to do what they're doing now and not be struggling like physically, emotionally, all of that. Someone did tell me that there was a member that left. It's only the last sentence that is making me think that maybe they're talking about the member that left instead. If that is the case, then these references to, like, so obviously that would be a dark, difficult time for them, and they're then reminding themselves of the memories, because naturally if someone goes, you would then be thinking about your future, whether you should continue as a group, whether people would even want you to continue as a group. So it's all kind of locked into that, and you're remembering that situation and hoping that your feet won't fail you. So because I think I was told that they left because they were struggling with idol life, so it's not like any sort of scandal or whatever, but that they were struggling. So that whole like feet reference, that they want to be able to actually still have the passion, the ability, like the motivation to still continue. But this is a lot of guesswork. So apologies if I've got it like... Actually, I don't apologise. If I've got it wrong, I've got it wrong. That's fine. Just let me know in the comments what the like story is. I love at the end that they're like all hugging each other as well. So it's a very like together. They've been together actually throughout the music video. So it's them as a group remembering. Please support our boys. Oh. Disco. Hey! Vocals straight off the bat. Does he often have blonde hair? Seems like every song I've seen him in now. Nah, oh no, this is nice. This is how you let your vocals shine. Nah, that last song was annoying. Disappointment. Listen to his vocals. 나도 이럴 줄 몰랐어. 사랑에 빠진 사이코 그쳐버린 걸까 생각에 하루 종일 꿈꾸는 너의 매일 미란 게 모든 게 너와 입을 맞추고 밤새도록 흔들고 싶어 편하게 기대어 줄래 우린 로맨틱한 영화 속 주인공 같아 I feel like this is the first time I'm really seeing personalities. You're seeing, even just with like the kiss, you're seeing I've seen the flirtatious side before, but you're seeing more of that now. When the guy in black was singing, the others, they're all doing different types of expressions. They're really like showing their character, showing their personalities. You're seeing like chaotic humor as well with the whole resuscitation. You're seeing different sides, but also how they seem to have different personalities. So this guy might be a bit more mellow than the others when it comes to their outfits, their presentation. They seem a bit more eccentric. Eccentric. Oh, that is so funny. I'll tell you again and again if he's nailing the ear. So each nail, each stamp is like him telling. That's clever. Oh, yes! Production again. Hello.
클리셰 덩어리 서픽 ILOVEU lovesick 어찌하냐 눈에 박힌 콩깍지 아카시아 꽃이 두 뺨에 폈지 어깨 설레 뭘 꺼내 덥지 yeah 말풍선을 보내 버블 버블 yeah 핑크빛 몸에 얼룩덜룩 yeah 이리로 갔다 저리로 갔다 비벼 완성 안정감이 내 방에
Look, they're being very comedic. They're being very comedic in here, but we're actually getting like rap styles. We're getting diversity. So bright. I would associate it with like a younger group that is pure idol.
Every night 외줄 깨기 싫은 꿈 전부 너라서는 충분해 Baby it's okay 네 입술에
Tell me. They seem to like these like double times. Wow, there's a few things that seem really similar. Like they seem to always have the like females present and not and like females assigned to them, so they'll have 4. They seem to also have these They seem to also have these like double times at like the like after the bridge as well. It's nice. Oh my god! Can you hear this ad-lib? It's nice them singing in unison. Look at ad-libs. Literally like high-pitched screeching in tune. Nice! It's melody. I wasn't ready for that to end. Oh, I like this style. I think I'm going to listen to some other songs from the album. Let me know which songs I should listen to because I really like this style. Okay, see you later. Bye.